Hey everyone, I am Zara, your spoken English teacher. And you let me know first thing that imagine as if you are a chef and you go to cook something and you are told to make a dish which you don't know. Like everyone knows that, even every mom knows that, every mom cook that, but you don't know how to cook that. And what is that? How do you feel at that time? I am sure that you are going to feel very much embarrassed at that time. Why will you feel that? Just because you are good at that, you are good at cooking, you are a chef, but even then you don't know. So that situation makes us feel so low and down at that time. This same happen in the case of speaking also. What you think, like what if you know how to speak in English, you know how to deliver your thoughts in English, you know how to have conversation with someone in English, and you are very comfortable with the English language. But what happens? You go to talk to someone and they use some things which you don't know. You feel like this is out of English. This is something which I do not know. So what are you going to feel at that time? You are definitely going to feel very much embarrassed, and you are going to feel that I am not going to understand this person's talk because he uses some things which I do not know or which I am unaware of. So this is what makes us feel so down, so low, and I don't want you to feel that. And that's why I'm here in this video. I'll tell you in this video that what are contractions. Okay, I know that some of you will know that before, but I'm gonna clear you properly. And if you like this video, just hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed our channel, must subscribe. And let's know about this contraction first. What is contraction? So we are going to start that there are some basic contraction. Actually, there are many kind of contractions and there are many kinds of uses of contractions. But we are going to learn very basic contractions so that we can know some little things. If we are having conversation with someone, we must know that what they are using, and we will be able to understand their talks, and we will be able to deliver our thoughts properly. And we might be feeling that we are a good speaker, we are better than others, right? So let's start. The first contraction is one-up. This is one-up, and this looks very much cool. These all contractions that you are going to learn in this video, these are very much cool and very much amazing. Just because you are going to feel that you are speaking some other language. This is not the part of English language, and you are going to feel very much amazing for that. Let's start. And the first one is one-up. As you know, this might be looking little familiar with some structure, and that structure is this. Like if I break that, so you'll come to know what is this contraction. This is 1, 2, and I know that you know about the structure. It means that when we show our desire, we use 1, 2, right? Let's take an example. How will we use this contraction in our speaking? If I say that मैं तुमसे मिलना चाहता हूँ, so how will we use that? I wanna meet you. I want to meet you. Like how you are saying one side, you are saying that I want to meet you, and on the other hand you are saying that I want to meet you. So both are right, both are correct. We cannot say that these are separated. These are not separated. Both are right, both are correct. You can use that. But the only difference between both of them is that you can use this one. Like you can use this one in the writing section also. But if we talk about contractions, that are not made for the writing section, that is made for the spoken English structure only, right? So they are, just because don't understand, don't think that this is the out of context and this is not a part of English. Actually, there are two types of English that we use generally in our world. First is British language and second is American. So they have their own languages. They have their own words, vocabularies. They have like their accent. Like their accent are different than other accents. So don't worry about that. This is also the part of that only, and it's very easy. And if you just use that, you are going to love that, seriously. Because I also love that. I also use sometimes. I feel and I enjoy very much. So if I say that I want to meet you, it means that I want to meet you. All right. So the next one is gonna. This one is also fantastic. And I'm saying gonna, it means that going to. Isn't it interesting? I I think so, because I also find it so much interesting when I learn that. So when I'm saying that I am gonna dance with you, I'm gonna dance with you. Like when somebody comes and say that, would you like to dance? Would you like to dance with me? So you have to say it. Being excited, you have to say that I'm gonna dance with you. So how are you going to use that? I am gonna dance with you. Got it? So these gonna, all the contractions that you are learning in examples. So both are little bit, similar, right? So actually the main thing of the contraction and the base, the lovely thing is that their pronunciations are very cool. Their pronunciations are very, very much loving, actually. That's why I love them so much. And the third one is let me. It means let me. Okay, so when I say that, let me know you. Like when I say that, let me tell you first. Like when somebody comes and starts scolding you, so what do you say that? Let me explain what did I do or what happened. Okay, let me do, right? Let me. It means that when we are breaking them, you'll come to know what is the meaning of them. What is the meaning of this? So let me. Okay, how are you going to use in English? Like let me make you understand first. Let me make you understand first. Okay, so you got to know this. If you have any kind of confusion related to these all contractions, you can tell me in the comment box. That is always open. I would love to answer you guys. Okay, so the fourth one is gimme. It's very, little bit cool and, very loving. Like when I'm saying that, gimme. Okay. So it means that give me. It means give me. Okay. But if you want to say that directly and if you do not want to take stoppages of that, so you can directly say, give me your pen. Right. Give me your pen. So to show that you are a native speaker, if you want to show that you are a native speaker and you speak English very well, so if you use these all things, that is going to help you very much to be calling or to be called a good speaker. Okay, so when I said give me, you know very well, like give means data and me as I am here as an object. So when I'm saying give me, it means like I'm asking for something. So how will I say that? Give me my old notebook. Give me my old notebook. I mean, right? So you can speak like that. There are some more examples of this. Like when you want water from your daughter, you can ask that. Give me a water. Give me a glass of water. I mean, like you can say that. Give me my turn. Give me my turn. Like so, you can use it in some other ways also. And the fifth one is kinder. It's kindergarten. Have you heard about that? It is little bit like that. So if you want to remember that what is the word and how we pronounce them. So how can you do that? You can say kinder. Okay. So it means it is literally very much easy to understand just because the first word of kinder is similar of the meaning. When we say kind of, it is kind of. We use in many kind of situations, like we can replace them with some more things, like the kind of is not for the sort of. You must have heard sort of, right? Kind of, sort of, like, as. So we can replace them with these words also. So if we have to make a contraction of kind of, so how can we make kinda? It's kinda. Okay, so how can you make an example? Just imagine that I want to say that आप मेरे पिता जैसे हो, आप मेरे कुछ मेरे पिता जैसे हो. So how are you going to say that? You are kinda my father. Alright, so how will you say that? You are kinda my father. So this is how you can use in your speaking and in your English. And these all are literally very much used in speaking, very much effective. If you use that, literally, if people don't know about that, you can let them know what is that. Okay, so just use them. And the sixth and the last one is gotcha. It's gotcha, or it means got it. There are a lot of meanings of get, but here when we say with it, if we use get with it, it means that we want to make someone understand. We want to tell someone that I want to tell you this. So when I say, when I'm saying this, like when I made you understand, I taught you this one, and at the end of the video, if I say got it, so instead of saying got it, I can say that gotcha. So this is also a contraction. And how can you make an example? Like, yes, you want to say that I gotcha whatever you said. So this is also a contraction. Gotcha and kinda, give me, let me. Every in every sentence you can find I have used them, and you have to let me know. Let me know in the comment box that how did you feel after learning these all contractions, and if you find any difficulty while using them, you can ask me in the comment box. I would love to answer you guys. Okay, thanks for watching this video, and if you haven't watched my previous videos, must watch them and like my all videos and subscribe our channel.